Hi, well, hello, it's another day today. I am on the road setting off to San Diego. I did say Santa Barbara on the video yesterday, but it's actually San Diego. I left Santa Barbara, traveled to Atlanta, New Orleans, back to Atlanta. Now I'm going off to San Diego. I got as far as Meridian in Mississippi yesterday, so I covered a good part of the journey. I'm now in Louisiana and I'm hoping to cover another few hundred miles today to get me nearer to my destination. But I've got 4 days to get there, so I'm taking a very relaxed drive across really and just taking in the sights as I go. So there's no rush there at all. And if you saw some of my early videos, you'll know why I won't be in a hurry to be driving too fast. So I've got time to answer a couple of questions which came in last week. I apologize to, I did make a note there, Lisa from New York and James. James, I don't know where you're from. So I'm gonna send you a link, James, so you can update your information in my contact database, so I'll be able to send you information which is specific to you. So I don't want to be sending you just any old stuff. I want to send you stuff which is going to be useful to you, because it will ask you what your interests are and what kind of things you want me to be sending you. So you'll only get information that you want to receive. So James, you'll get the link. I'll send it out tonight, so if you could update that straight away. But thanks Elisa and James anyway for your feedback and the fact that you've been following along, because you're never quite sure how many people are actually following along with what you're doing, and I know you guys are on my contact list now for some time, so there again, thanks. Now Lisa, you wanted to know what am I using to record my videos. Okay, I'm going to cover that in a minute. And James, you wanted to know that you've downloaded my 5 must-have tools report. The 5 must-have tools is a free download which is available on my blog. I am going to update that, James. I'm going to update that and include the 2 tools which I've been using quite frequently now, which is my GoPro Hero 3 and ScreenFlow, which is what I use to do my editing. I do that on a MacBook Pro. So James, that will be updated very shortly to include those tools, but those are what I use. Now, let me take you through why I use the GoPro 3. It is the most versatile camera that I know for its size, its compactness and its versatility. It comes with an array of attachments that allows you to use it in all kinds of outdoor environments. At this moment I am monitoring the output of my GoPro on my telephone, because it allows you to Bluetooth to any Bluetooth device, so you can monitor the output. I've got an array of attachments that I use. Sometimes you see me walking along and talking. I've been using a pogo stick, but that was a cheap one I bought off eBay and it didn't last. it kind of fell apart on me, and I went into Best Buy and I picked up another device which is absolutely brilliant. It does the same thing, allows you to hold the camera out in front of you while you're talking, but this one concertinas up rather than screws out like a pogo stick, and it's made by GoPro. It's a great device. Oh yeah, by the way, this attachment here is a naked holder for the GoPro, because the GoPro, as you know, is only a very small camera and it fits into this, so it allows you to get access to the ports, so you can plug in a microphone or the charger. And I bought a cheap old version off eBay that didn't last. Well, it didn't actually come with any cutouts, which I was quite surprised. So I made an attempt of drilling a hole and it weakened it and it fell apart. Now the other thing I love about this is it doubles up as a tripod. So the bottom screws out and it screws back in, and that's very useful for when you want to stand it up. And that is the GoPro 3. As I said, it's great that you can remote it Bluetooth, and there's another device which allows you to control it. You can strap it to your wrist. This is very useful if you're in a sport where you can't be looking at a camera. This allows you to again monitor the output of the camera and stop and pause it and record it. So I find that very useful. I found it a little expensive, but it's good quality, and I can only but recommend it because it serves its purpose well and it folds up quite neat. So that's the GoPro. The other thing I love about the GoPro as well is that you can flash the firmware and update it constantly. So recently I just updated my Wi-Fi settings and everything. You do that online and just download it to the phone and boom, to the camera. So you do that online, download it to the camera, and it's done. So that's the GoPro 3. As I said, it comes with an array of attachments, but one thing I'm hoping someone out there can help me with is I use a tie clip mic when I'm doing some recordings, and the output is via cable, so I cable the output, and I haven't connected this to my GoPro. I normally connect it straight into my computer, but what I want is to get the device which I can connect to this is sometimes called a Canon or an XLR output. So I want to be able to connect a transmitter to the XLR and then have a receiver that I can then plug into the GoPro, so I can do some unconnected video shooting. And of course the tie clip allows a lot better quality sound because it's more intimate, and it cuts down on picking up background noise, because I've been using a device which has served this purpose quite well. It's an omnidirectional microphone, and it's a small omnidirectional microphone, but again it's wired, and that's the adapter that plugs into the GoPro, but it's wired again. So I really want to get away from having wired devices, and the tie clip mic I use is a very good quality and quite expensive, so I don't really want to buy another device. I just really want to be able to adapt this to be wireless, and I have seen some attachments on eBay, but I'm not sure just how they perform, but I'm going to have another look on eBay. But if anyone knows what I'm talking about and can just drop me a quick email and say this is what I need, that will be great. I'd really appreciate that. So getting back to what I use for editing, I use ScreenFlow for editing. I found it very simple and intuitive to use. I have also got Camtasia, but I haven't really used that much. I understand that's a very good software to do editing. When I say editing, it's just basically piecing stuff together for me and maybe using one or two of the inbuilt transitions, but I haven't really gone further than that, but it seems to come out okay. So yeah, and certainly if anyone can help me with adapting my XLR Canon output into a wireless transmitter receiver, that would be great. Very quickly, I almost forgot to tell you about, at the moment I've got an extended backpack on the GoPro, and that's the beauty about it. You can attach different things onto the back. For instance, I've got here an LCD video, so this is an LCD screen which attaches to the back, and it allows you to monitor what you're recording on, because the GoPro doesn't have a back LCD standard. And it's very good as well because it allows you to also touch screen and control the settings. Well, as you may know, the GoPro has a multitude of settings that you can use to get the best performance from whatever you want to do. And it also comes with a audio jack output, which is quite useful as well. I don't use this as much because one of the drawbacks of the GoPro is the fact that it's a small device, and the battery in any mobile device is a weak spot until they improve battery technology. So I tend not to use this as much, simply because it's a drain on the battery. The other thing which I've found about the GoPro, and I could be wrong, someone could correct me here, it may be to do with my settings, but I found in low light the quality is not always the greatest in low light, so it's definitely more of an outdoor camera as far as I can see. But if someone knows that I'm talking nonsense, then please correct me. But so this device is quite good. It can't clip on at the same time as the extended battery, so it's either this or the extended battery, so you take your pick. But if you're in a standalone situation where you've got it on a tripod and you're fixed, then this is great because you can power the GoPro at the same time as you're recording, so you're not going to be draining on the battery. So that is a very good device. Not using it that much, but you know, like a toolbox, these things come in handy at the right time. I don't know if I spoke about the skeleton output on this. This is a skeleton case that holds the GoPro, so you can basically take it out of this casing and have it in a skeleton casing if you don't need the case, which is very durable, that protects it. So those are the equipment I use. I will be updating my 5 must-have tools to include these equipment. And thanks James again, and thanks Alicia. And yeah, I'll see you tomorrow.